This is The Rip, where I have fun making jokes in my own basement. The 90s are back, baby. Kids are wearing Nirvana t-shirts, I'm not talking to my parents again, and Pablo Escobar is wreaking havoc in Colombia. You may be thinking, isn't Pablo Escobar dead? And yes, Escobar died in 1993 when he was crushed to death at a Gin Blossoms concert. I'm kidding. He was shot in the head by Colombian police. But that doesn't mean Medellin's silliest goose isn't up to his old tricks. He's terrorizing the people of Colombia with dozens of wild cocaine hippos. See, back in the day, Pablo Escobar, the Willy Wonka of nose candy, had his own private zoo. By the way, having your own private zoo is a bigger rich person red flag than saying you want to colonize Mars or moving to Austin, Texas. I mean, nobody's ever said, hey, do you want to see my private zoo and then not have weird sex in my orgy bunker? Anyway, when Escobar died, the animals in his private collection were donated to other zoos, except for 4 hippos, which I guess officials just thought would take care of themselves? Well, they certainly took care of each other, because after 30 years, those 4 hippos have multiplied to 170 wild cocaine hippos that are terrorizing the locals. Experts project that within the decade, that 170 will multiply to over 1,000 wild hippos, proving that hippos are not just hungry, but also very horny. Man, just when you thought Colombia was safe. In a story that proves that spanking is at an all-time low in America, a group of Los Angeles teens was caught smiling and laughing in handcuffs after stealing and crashing a Kia Soul into a local flower shop. What's going on with kids today? When I was young, the only one running around stealing souls was the devil. And when a group of teens hopped into a boxy vehicle, they weren't destroying property, they were solving mysteries with a talking dog. If you think about it though, is it really the kid's fault? When you've been mainlining hardcore pornography and Al-Qaeda death videos online since you were 6, an evening in with a good book doesn't exactly keep the endorphins up. But seriously, if you have any recommendations for some hot winter reads, drop them in the comments below. Serious answers only. Teabagging, great for the environment? A scientist in Northern Ireland has developed a process where discarded tea bags can be used to clean up the environment by absorbing heavy metals like chromium and arsenic from wastewater. Not to be outdone, the United States is also using caffeinated beverages for green purposes. Just last weekend, a professor at the University of Central Florida used a crushed can of Mountain Dew Amp to scrape puke off the front seat of her PT Cruiser.